Hello, in this video, I'm going to be showing you congregational patterns in the key of E. Here is the first pattern, which is the 4-3-2-1-7-3-6. All right, here we go. All right, so let's spell that out. All right, so that's A in the bass, A flat, D flat, A flat in the bass, G flat, B, F sharp in the bass, E and A, E in the bass, E flat, A flat, E flat in the bass, D flat, G flat, A flat in the bass, C, E, G flat, A flat, B, D flat in the bass, E flat, E, G flat, A flat, B. All right, so we're in the key of E, and so if you don't know the number system, here it goes. So it's E is the 1, F sharp is the 2, A flat is the 3, A is the 4, B is the 5, C sharp is the 6, E flat is the 7, and back to the 1. All right. So if you was doing like extended chords, the 1 could also become the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Hence you have like 9 chords, 11 chords, and 13 chords. All right, but that's theory we're not going to get into on today. We started with the 4-3-2-1-7-3-6, which is the intro to a lot of congregational songs played in this way. And so that's the 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 3, and 6. And we're going to come back to that later. All right, so now we're going to go into the song. Well, we're going to do a little walk up. And what is that? So it would be like, all right, so let's spell that out. So that's A flat in the bass, A flat, B, and E. A in the bass, A, D flat, and G flat. B flat in the bass, B flat, D flat, E, and G. All right, B in the bass, B, D flat, E, and A flat. Okay. Now from there, you're going to do a little lick to go into the song. All right. So it goes like this. All right. So what was that lick? All right. So let me spell it out. So C sharp, C, B, A, B flat, C sharp, E, G, F sharp, E, C sharp, E. All right, and then I did the walk up. A flat, G flat, B, C, and E. A in the bass, G, B, D flat, G flat. B flat in the bass, G, B flat, D flat, E. B in the bass, A flat, B, D flat, E. Then that's B and A with the left hand, E flat, G, A, and D. And then so that's G and D flat in the left, B octave, go into the D flat octave, and then, all right, and that's A flat and D and E. All right, now I'm going to do the whole thing slowly. So now we're going to go into the song, and it's going to be basically we're going to go between the 1 and the 5. All right, so the first chord is E in the bass, D, G flat, A flat, D flat. That's on the 1. And on the 5 is B, D, G flat, A, and D flat. All right, so here's a simple bass line to connect the two. All right, so basically that's E, F, F sharp, B flat, B, C sharp, D, E flat, E. All right, those connected to, you run that a couple of bars, and then you're gonna go into the 1, 2, 5, 1, 4, 1, 4, 5, 1. All right, so what was that? So it's E in the bass, D and E, G flat, A, and D flat. So then did. All right, so the chord there on the F sharp is A, D flat, and the F to B flat, D, and G flat. So, all right, the B flat to the B. All right, so when we get to the B, we're doing another. All right, so that's on the B bass, A flat, C, and F to the A, C sharp, and F sharp. So basically on the F sharp and on the B. All right. All right, so in the walking bass, it's F to the E. So E bass, A flat, C, D, E, and G. And then we're doing another walk up. A flat in the bass to the A. And that's A bass, D, B, C sharp, and E. Now we're going to do a running bass here. All right, so this is the 1-4 part that I was talking about. So that's the 1 and that's the 4. All right. So what is that? A, B flat, B, E flat, E, F sharp, G, A flat, A. And then you repeat it as long as we stay in that portion. All right, so the chord on the 4 is A in the bass, G, B, C sharp, and G flat. The chord on the 1 is E flat in the bass, G, B, D, and G flat. All right. Then we're going to do a passing B flat in the bass, G, B flat, C sharp, E. B in the bass, A flat, B, D flat, and E. And back to the 1. All right. So from there, we're going back to the 4-3-2-1, 7-3-6. Right. All right, so let's stop here at the 7-3-6 because there's a couple of things we could do on the 7-3-6. All right, a couple of different ways you can voice it, just to add some variety. All right, so what's that? So that's G, D flat, F, A, C. That's on the 7. So on the 3. 1, 2, 3. On the 3. So that's G flat, C, E, A flat, and B. All right. So that's on the 6. That's E, A flat, B, D flat, E flat, G flat, and B. Here's another one you can do. All right, so what's that? Okay, so that's E flat and D flat in the left, A flat, B flat, D flat, G flat. Really pretty chords, right? A flat, C, G flat, A, C, D, and then we go to the E flat, right? That makes it really pretty. All right, so D flat and B, A flat, D flat, and E. Well, actually, you start with A flat, E flat, G flat, goes down to A flat, D flat, E. All right, and another way is the classic way. All right, so there's the walk up, C sharp, E flat, E, F sharp. Then the chords, so E flat in the bass, G flat, C sharp, F, A flat. A flat in the bass, G flat, C, E, A flat. D flat in the bass, E, A flat, B, E flat, G flat. Right, so after doing that progression, I like to go into like a flat 7, flat 6, 5, 3, 6, and then the 2, 5, 1, going back to the beginning of the song. Okay, so that would go like this. All right, so what is that spelled out? All right, so D in the bass, C, E, G flat, B. C in the bass, C, E, G flat, A. B in the bass, B, E, and A flat. And now we're going to the 3. All right, so A flat in the bass, C, G flat, A. And the 3, 6. So D flat in the bass, B, F, A. And the 2, 5, 1. So G flat, B flat, E, and G. B in the bass, A, E flat, G. All right, E in the bass, A flat, D flat, and E. There's a little lick you can do off the 2, 5, 1 as well. All right, so G flat and E in the left, and then here's the line: G, F sharp, E, and then you go back to G, and then you're going to switch the left. So that's B and E flat. So G, F sharp, E, C sharp, B. Right, and E and D in the left, and the E in the right. You can also put tritones there too. Throughout, starting at the 3 actually. So the 3, 6, 2, 5, 1 can be all tritones right there. So let me demonstrate. All right, so what's that? So C, G flat, C, G flat, A, B, F, and A flat, and then you do the lick. All right, so that's E and B flat, and you do that first part of the lick. Right. All right, so that's E flat and A. And that lick part is G, F sharp, E, C sharp, and B. So. All right, so D and A flat, left, and then the E. Okay. All right, so let's put it all together. So we're starting from the 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 3, 6 Then we're going to go to the flat 7, the flat 6, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. The last part is the drive of the song. All right, and the number system for the drive is a 1, flat 5, 4, flat 3, 2, 5, 1. 1, 1, flat 5, 4, flat 3, 2, 5, 1. 1, flat 5, 4, flat 3, 2, 5, 1. All right, so that's the bass line. All right, so the chords for that. So that's on the 1. So let's spell that out. So A, D flat, D, G flat, A, D flat, and G. That's the first part. A flat, D flat, D, G flat, A flat, B, E. If you don't have a bass player and it's just you, you can just do like this. All right, so that's E in the bass, D, G flat, A, and D flat, and then D, G flat, A flat, D flat. All right, or okay, so now we hit the flat 5. So on the flat 5 is A flat, D in the left, A flat, C, D, and G. If you don't have a bass player, you're just doing, okay, you just do it without the tritone. Okay, that's the only difference. All right, so what's the next part? All right, so on the 4, that's G, D flat, G, B, D flat, and G. Without the bass, G, B, D flat, G. All right. Flat 3. All right. So that's F, B in the left, F, A, B, and E. 2. All right. So that's sorry. E and B flat in the left, E, A, B flat, and D. All right. 5. All right. E flat, A, E flat, G, A, and D. And of course, if it was just, right, you just do it without the tritone if you don't have a bass player. All right. And then back to the 1.